Victor, did you ever ask yourself, of all the parts that make that man, which one holds the soul?
No, I didn't.
You're listening to the Fun with Horror podcast with your hosts, Scotty and Andrew.
Good evening, young Master Andrew.
And good evening to you, Master Scotty.
Welcome to episode number 171 of Fun with Horror. This is the most wholesome horror movie podcast in the entire world. This is the podcast in which two long-distance best friends take turns giving each other horror movies to watch and discuss, and that's how they stay in touch.
Ooh. And last time, I got to pick the movie. And I chose the 2025 Frankenstein. But stay tuned to the end of this episode.
Wait. That was amazing. Because,
Oh, thanks.
I was doing Mr. Gothic Frankenstein voice, or trying to, and then suddenly you came in with sounding like the guy from Scream. And it was my pick.
It was my pick. Hello, Scotty.
Anyway, what happens at the end of the episode?
Oh, we get to hear your movie.
Oh. But until then,
Yeah.
hi.
Hi. How are you?
I am Gothic.
Ooh, yeah.
In a land without law. In a world full of castles. There is one man standing alone. Frankenstein. How was that?
I did lightning.
Was that
sound
lightning?
effects.
I got it.
That was good.
I figured it was either lightning or the Madagascar snapping cockroach.
That was kind of what I was going for too. So I'm surprised you got that. Good job.
Oh, thank you. You know what's crazy? You know what I love almost as much as lightning?
What?
Our listeners.
Me too.
We have one single comment this week. Only one.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it because it is from our good friend Amanda Colashaw.
Amanda.
Amanda commented on our Happy Halloween episode, and this is for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a comment towards Scotty.
Oh.
She said, I also thought Malcolm McDowell had died. You're not alone, Scotty. Thank you.
That's amazing. What a comment. Thank you, Amanda.
I know why. It's because Roddy McDowell died, and
Oh.
even though I know the difference between Malcolm and Roddy, I get them confused still.
Well, I mean, that checks out. That
Wait.
makes sense.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, Roddy McDowell died, right? Wait.
I think so.
I don't even
That
know
one,
what's
I think.
happening anymore. Hi. Welcome to Fun with Horror.
Yeah, we've only done this for a few years. Don't worry about it, people.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Nothing to see here.
Don't worry.
Keep driving. Keep driving. No, don't keep driving. Stop.
Yeah. Collaborate and listen. No, wait. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Andrew, I've only seen one movie that I can talk about at this moment,
Oh, yeah?
but it was a doozy.
Oh, what did you see?
It was a movie that was so bad that I went ahead and started organizing my records while it was on and still tried to halfway pay attention because I don't do that. You know, I don't distract myself during movies.
Not at all. Yeah, this is, that's, oh boy, what was it, buddy?
Leprechaun in Space.
Wait, you're telling me that's a bad movie?
I'm sorry to disillusion you.
Oh, no.
Did you do what I asked you to do and watch just the beginning of it, the first 5 minutes?
I did not, but tell me about it.
Well, I'm not going to tell you about it. You have to see it. Like, it's got to
okay.
be seen to be believed. I assume at some point Colby, our good friend Colby,
Yeah.
I assume at some point that I'm going to talk to him about this on our Patreon.
Yes.
But all I'm going to tell you right now, buddy, is that, man, that movie started off like, hey, I think this is going to be a fun, bad movie. And then it just got bad. And I was like, what? This is horrible. Why is this going on for so long? Why is this movie an hour and 40 minutes? Why? Everything.
Oh, that's a long time for a movie like that, dude.
Yeah, so that's all I've got.
Oh.
I watched
Boy.
a couple of other movies, but I'm going to talk about those after the break.
Oh, okay.
So how are you?
I'm good. I'm as you know, I'm fighting a cold right now, so no one can hear I don't have any nasal congestion, which is good, so
Yeah.
I can use my Andrew voice. But but my throat's a little sore.
Your Andrew
But other
voice.
than that. Yeah.
Wait, what's your other one?
Oh, I can't do it on here. It'll actually possess people. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, so, yeah, I appreciate you asking, but yeah, people, it'll be bad.
Oops,
So.
all demons.
Yep.
Anyway, you want to talk about Frankenstein?
Yeah, we could do that.
I thought it was brilliant.
It was, I know.
But you are like a child, so excited, clutching your new pet so tightly that you're strangling it. That is why I worry about you. Can you contain your fire, Prometheus? Or are you going to burn your hands before delivering it?
2025's Frankenstein was released on November 7th of 2025 on Netflix, but did go to theaters for a limited time beforehand.
Wait now. Oh, you're right. I'm just going to shut up and let you continue.
Hey, that's all right. That's what we do here on the podcast. We converse. And gosh, I love hearing your voice. This
Wait.
movie.
But I wear Vans.
What?
I wear Vans and Puma.
Stop it.
I don't wear Converse.
Well, I think today is the last episode that I will be doing for Fun with Horror. Thank you to all the friends with horror. It's over.
Before it's over, can you tell us who directed Frankenstein?
Oh, sure. And I can even give you some cast. Frankenstein was directed and written by Guillermo del Toro, and it's based on the Mary Shelley novel. It stars Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi as the creature, Christoph Waltz as Harlander, Mia Goth as Elizabeth,
And
help me out, buddy, because I didn't know this.
what? And Claire Frankenstein, his mother.
Nuh-uh.
You didn't
That's
know?
great. I didn't know that. Wow.
That is amazing.
That is amazing.
We're going to talk about this, but I recognized her voice right away. And
don't
I was
know
like,
what I was
wow, they got
thinking.
Mia Goth to play his mom, too.
That's funny. Boy, she always plays a couple different characters in movies, doesn't she?
Yes.
Continuing, we have Felix Kammerer as William Frankenstein, Charles Dance as Leopold Frankenstein, David Bradley as the Blind Man, and Lars Mikkelsen as Captain Anderson.
That is correct. Now, Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew.
Yes.
So, as I was about to tell you this, I got a public safety alert on my phone.
Uh-oh.
But this is only a test of the South Pasadena WEA system. There is no emergency. So we're good.
Okay.
But
good.
what I was going to say is that this is your movie.
It is.
You picked this movie.
I did.
You were excited about this movie.
I was.
And you've watched it by now.
I have.
Without spoilers, my friend, what did you think of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein?
My friend, I'm so glad I picked this because I genuinely loved this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch, and I have lots to talk about. But everyone heard what I said about it. What did you think about this movie?
Now, that's an assumption you're making. There could be a
What?
person that like sneezed as you were saying that and didn't hear what you thought of the movie. So they're probably rewinding right now, but I just don't want to assume that everybody heard what you think of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I learned from the Bad News Bears what happens when we assume. Oh,
That's true.
we go off the rails on
We
the
do.
podcast.
We get a little nutty, man.
I think your head cold is infecting me through the microphone.
Good.
Anyway, so hey, by the way, let me tell you what I thought of Frankenstein.
I'd love to know.
Andrew, Frankenstein 2025 is one of the most beautifully shot movies I've ever seen.
Love it.
I do love it.
Mhm.
I came in at 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
I have some things to say about Guillermo del Toro,
Uh-oh. Okay.
but no, nothing.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, no.
Nothing that's gonna hurt you or anything. It's just my own personal feelings. But we're gonna save those.
Okay.
Suspense.
Ooh, I like it.
But let me just, I love Guillermo del Toro, okay? Let me just get that out of the way. I do love him. So,
Okay.
but we'll get into my deeper feelings
Okay.
soon. But what that means, you know what that means, my friend?
What does that mean, friend?
That means that now it's time for the spoiler warning, followed immediately by our trigger warnings. So, everybody out there listening, if you have not seen Frankenstein and you don't want a single thing spoiled for you, this right here is the point of no return. So feel free to pause this episode and come back after you've watched the movie. But before we talk about the rest of the movie, we want to let you know of any major trigger warnings, and this is inspired by the website doesthedogdie.com, because nearly every horror movie inherently has triggers, but there's some that we would want to know about ourselves before watching a movie. So we're here to tell you about those if you'd also like to know. So here we go. Andrew, are there animals in this movie?
There are a few animals in this movie, yes.
What types of animals are we talking about?
We're talking deer, sheep, and wolves.
And does the deer, does the sheep, does the wolf die?
Yes. All of them do.
That's true. But let's...
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
will specify, though.
Yeah, we're going to
like.
talk
Yeah.
about it later a little bit, maybe, but let's just say, as somebody who's sensitive to this kind of thing,
Mhm.
I was very happy that the animals in question were the most CG-looking thing in the entire movie.
Agreed. I have that same note where I was like, yeah, this looks pretty CG.
Yeah, it looks pretty CG, but, however, we do see a stag shot in the head.
Yes.
We see wolves tearing up sheep.
Yes.
We see wolves getting shot. And
Yes.
then we see some wolves themselves getting torn apart by
Yes.
the creature.
Correct.
And that's it. I'm going to pull out my phone now, buddy.
All right. For those that don't know, Scotty is rolling a virtual orange die with 20 sides on it. And if he lands on an even number, he will be giving a 3-minute recap of the movie. If he lands on an odd number, sorry, folks, you'll be listening to me give a recap of the movie.
Oh, stop it with the sorry. Everybody loves to hear you.
I'm doing it. I'm fishing for compliments.
Yeah,
So,
well, you got them. You're the best.
I'm hoping we get some comments next time that say, "Boy, that Andrew."
And that's all they say. And you're like, wait,
That's it, just boy, that Andrew.
What about that, Andrew? Hey.
We'll never know. Now I kind of hope someone does put "boy, that Andrew." Let's see.
Well, I'm rolling this die, Andrew. Why don't you tell me when to stop?
And stop.
That is a number 2, and that means I'll be doing the 3-minute recap.
Oh boy. I want to give you a heads up.
Oh, no.
I know. Since I've been sick, I had extra free time, and I've been experimenting a little bit. There's a graveyard pretty close to us, and so, long story short, I put together a little bit of a body, if you will. I shocked it by putting a fork in the socket on the wall and having the body hold it. It worked. It's
Wait,
alive.
Where did you? Oh, you just had the body holding the fork?
I just put it in his hand, and
oh,
yeah, rigor mortis kicked in, so it was holding it pretty tight.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I let it know, Scotty's got 3 minutes to talk about Frankenstein. If he does not, I need you to go over there and take care of business. So I'm hoping you do 3 minutes, or under, but if not, I'm so sorry, but this has been a lot of fun.
Well, hey, you know what? Neither you nor I know what business means. So taking care of business could be coming over and reading me the local newspaper.
It could. You know what? I love the glass half full look at this, and I think that's wonderful and shows a lot about you.
But I don't have a glass. It's a plastic cup.
The coffee mostly full. I like it.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Frankenstein is told in 2 parts with a prelude. In the prelude, well, let me try and remember all this. I was not prepared for this 3-minute recap, so I'm going to have some business taken care of maybe. So in the prelude, there is a ship, and it is stuck in the ice. Captain Anderson is pushing his crew to their limits to free the ship from the ice before it gets too trapped in. There's an explosion. They meet a man who's been hurt. They take him to the ship where he's talking about something chasing him or something or other. And then a creature appears, a creature who wants the man. The creature attacks the ship. It kills a bunch of people. They shoot the creature and do lots of things, but the creature does not die. They take the man into the cabin. The captain eventually shoots the ice around the creature, submerging it in the water. And when the captain starts to talk to the man, the injured man starts to tell his story. This is Victor Frankenstein. Victor tells us the story of how when he was a child, his father was one of the most renowned surgeons in the world. But his father was also abusive. We find this out. His mother, who the kid loves, is pregnant and goes into labor painfully and does not live through the pregnancy. And his little brother William is born. So now we have little brother William, who his father has taken a liking to, and then we have Victor. The father eventually dies, and then we jump ahead in time to Victor in, I guess, college or something. I don't know, but he's in a tribunal. He's showing them what he does, and that is he is taking dead bodies and reanimating them. And he's piecing together different parts of different bodies, and these parts are all talking to each other as one. And we have this amazing scene where there's this partial corpse on a board that catches a ball. And then we also meet at this time Harlander. Harlander is a man played by Christoph Waltz who befriends Frankenstein, is very interested in what Frankenstein is doing. And so he offers his services and his money to help Frankenstein achieve what he wants to achieve. Move ahead, they find a castle. Victor meets his brother comes to visit with his fiancée, Elizabeth. Victor meets Elizabeth, immediately falls in love with her, and tries to kind of push his brother away by busying his brother with the construction of the science lab inside the castle and whatnot. Eventually, Elizabeth spurns Victor's advances. Victor and Harlander, meanwhile, have gone to a battlefield and collected many corpses. Victor uses all these corpses to construct one person, a human body. It's made of all different parts of other bodies. And as soon as he finishes, the moment he finishes, there's a thunderstorm. And of course, as we all know the story, Victor gets lightning from a lightning rod. It comes down and it strikes the man. It sends electricity through the body, through these pins or whatever that Victor has put in strategic places in the body. But it doesn't look like anything worked. So Victor, in his anguish, goes to bed. He wakes up and there is a man standing above him. This is the creature. And the creature is standing above him. Immediately, Victor starts to teach the creature. He teaches him his name, Victor. But then he becomes frustrated because the creature refuses to learn anything else. Victor starts to become abusive like his father was before him. He chains the creature up in the cellar. William and Elizabeth come to visit, and Victor is already somewhat, jealous of this creature. He's unhappy with the creature, and then when he sees that Elizabeth and the creature are getting along, and the creature is taken by Elizabeth, and vice versa, Victor eventually pushes his brother and Elizabeth out of the castle and starts to put gasoline all over the castle to set it on fire and destroy his creation. The castle blows up. Victor loses part of his leg in a very gruesome moment. And then the creature escapes. We're taken back to the ship. The creature has made it out of the ice and onto the ship in the present. And the creature comes into the cabin's chambers, or the captain's chambers, the captain's cabin, if you will. And now the creature tells his story. Luckily, it doesn't overlap with Victor's. It picks up where Victor left off. The creature escapes the castle. The creature goes into the woods and it sees a beautiful stag, but as it's about to touch the stag, it's feeding it, and suddenly the stag is shot in the head by hunters who also shoot the creature. The creature heals itself. This is one thing we learn. When the creature's hurt, it heals. The creature ends up at this house where there's a mill next to it. It hides in the mill. It becomes the benefactor of this house. When they need things like wood, the creature brings wood, unbeknownst to them. There's an old blind man in this family, and he starts to refer to whatever's happening as the spirit of the forest. Eventually, wolves attack the sheep that the family has, so they have to take what sheep they have to go sell. And while the family's gone, they leave the old blind man alone, and the creature comes out. The old blind man knew the creature was there the whole time. So the creature comes out and he starts to learn from the old man. He learns to read. He learns to be intelligent. He is a very intelligent human now. Eventually, the creature wants to know where he came from. So he ends up going back to the castle. He finds some papers. He finds out what he came from, how he was created. As he's making his way back to the house, the door is open. He hears wolves. The wolves have gotten in. They've torn apart the old man a little bit. And then they attack the creature. The creature, though, he tears the wolves apart. It's very violent. And he kills a bunch of wolves. The rest of the wolves leave. Now the old man is there. They have a parting moment before the old man dies. And then the family comes home at a very inopportune moment. They shoot the creature. The creature seemingly dies, but then he wakes up after who knows how much time. He makes his way to where he knows Victor Frankenstein is. Elizabeth is getting married to William in a big, huge estate. They're taking care of Victor. But on the night of the wedding, Victor is in his private chambers. The door is open, and he knows the creature is there. The creature comes out. They have conversation. And then the creature starts throwing Victor around the room. Everybody hears it. Elizabeth comes, and she embraces the creature. She's like, "Oh, you're here." And then Victor pulls out a gun from the floor, and Elizabeth jumps in the way, and she gets shot by Victor. The creature, in a rage, kills William, and then he takes Elizabeth away from the castle. He carries her out. Victor eventually follows him to a cave, and he finds Elizabeth's body, and then he starts to chase after the creature. They end up, guess where? In the Arctic, around where there might be a ship stuck in the ice. Victor tries to blow up the creature with dynamite. The creature even holds the dynamite. And the creature even says, "If this doesn't kill me, I am coming for you." It doesn't kill him, so he comes for him. Now we have caught up. The creature, has made it to the ship. We've caught up to the present time. And there's a beautiful, beautiful moment where Victor realizes what he's done. He expresses remorse and regret to the creature. He asks the creature to forgive him. The creature forgives him, and then Victor dies. As a last parting thing, the captain, who has also learned a bit about being a good human, lets the creature leave, tells his crew not to shoot him. The creature, as a parting thing, pushes the ship. It frees the ship from the ice. The ship sails off, and the creature is left watching the sunset. And that's the end.
Oh, good job, buddy. That was just under 3 minutes.
Thank God.
Yeah,
God.
I did.
I wasn't prepared for business.
Well, good news is I actually did stick a piece of dynamite in the corpse's back pocket.
Oh.
And I let it know that it needs to light it if you do it under 3 minutes, and it just did it. So it's gone. You don't have to worry.
As we know, I do have to worry because that doesn't do anything, Andrew.
Oh, it does on mine. My science was not good. This was not a good creature.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was rough to look at. So
what was his name?
It was actually
Was it Hilliard's monster?
It was Hilliard's monster. Yep.
That damn Julian Hilliard from The Haunting of Hill House and the Conjuring movies.
my other son. Aw.
Buddy, I did some research going into this
Yay.
movie. I had another fun time.
Let's hear it.
With The Conjuring, I watched the 3 movies that come before The Conjuring 4.
Yes.
Well, last week, before watching Frankenstein, or this one, I watched the original Frankenstein, and then I watched The Bride of Frankenstein.
Very good. Okay.
So I was very prepared to watch this, and
Nice.
I was very interested to see. I wouldn't say that this movie adapted anything from those movies, even though it was very much inspired by them.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen either of those?
I've seen the original, but it was years ago. I think I was probably the last time I saw it, I was 16. I got like a DVD set from a friend and had all the some of the Universal movies on it, and so it's been a very long time.
Did it come with a card that said "Happy Sweet 16," Andrew?
I don't think so, but I love the idea, and I will text that friend and say, "What were you thinking? Not putting that."
Please do.
I will.
Andrew, did you have any quibbles with this movie?
So the only quibble I had was the silly one, and it was whatever. Because I really enjoyed this movie. Like you said, it's really beautiful. This movie's beautiful.
Yeah.
The only quibble I had is when the creature blows himself up with the dynamite, and his clothes are just pretty, like, nothing happens. I was like, hey,
yeah.
wait a minute. That should be a naked creature. But it wasn't.
So I don't know if this is a quibble, but it's related.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know, because I don't know that the movie explained it. I watched this movie twice.
Okay.
So I'm also asking our listeners this. If somebody can tell me, how does the creature heal? Why does it have a healing factor? Do you know?
I don't, but I know that the book was the same way, I believe.
Oh, it was?
Mm-hmm. I believe that it wasn't like immortal, but it was kind of that same thing. It had like a healing factor. And I don't know if it's from like the chemicals or whatever that Frankenstein had made. I'm not sure. And I don't know. I've never read it. I have the book sitting right over there right now, but I haven't read it. So I did some research though, and that's what I found.
Oh, you did some research after watching this one?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not even going to look it up. Because I looked up a synopsis of the book. I have read the book, but it's been a long time.
Right.
I remember there was a time I read Bram Stoker's Dracula, and then I read Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything from the book. I have a terrible memory when it comes to stuff like that, as you know.
Hey, yeah.
I read a synopsis of the book because I was curious what Guillermo, what he kept, what he adapted directly, and what he changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I love what he changed. I love the way he adapted this story.
I agree.
I want to get something out of the way right now because people are going to want to execute me. People are going to want to chase me into a windmill with pitchforks and set it on fire. Wink, wink.
Wink. I got that reference.
Other than not knowing how the creature heals,
Right.
I have one little quibble, and I have this with so many of Del Toro's movies. I realized watching this one that just like Crimson Peak, just like, I don't know, Hellboy, just like The Shape of Water even, there's always something just barely missing from a Guillermo del Toro movie. As much as I love his movies, and I love his vision and the Gothic texture of each of his movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I'd argue there's less Gothic texture in Pacific Rim, but I digress.
I would agree.
And I'm sorry to critique the master of horror, the modern master of horror, but I don't think Guillermo is perfect at writing relationships.
Okay.
Because I just don't feel certain things. Like in this movie, I felt the father-son connection. You know, I felt that between Victor and his father, and then I felt the emotion at the end with Victor and the creature.
Right.
But the whole thing with Elizabeth and the creature, I feel like there just wasn't quite enough there for me to feel the emotion when she runs into the room and she sees him and she goes up and she holds him.
Yep.
I feel like there wasn't enough there. And I feel that way with a lot of his movies. There's just this slight lack of emotion with certain situations in his movies. Not all of them, but certain situations.
I get that. I actually get that. And I do agree with you in this one. I even have a note, and it wasn't a quibble. It was just something I would have appreciated was, man, if we could have gotten one or two more scenes with Elizabeth and the creature, it would have had more of an impact. I thought that same thing where, because we kind of just get the one scene. Maybe there's something else. But I mean, it's pretty quick. And they have that moment, and it is beautiful. It's very sweet, very endearing. But that's it. And it's like, I thought there should have been a little bit more with the two of them, just more interactions, anything. I do love that he said her name. I thought that was great. But I agree. I think had we gotten another two scenes maybe of the two of them doing whatever, it would have had more of an impact at the end. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and I don't know that that's the reason for every movie. You know, not every movie may have a relationship that I don't fully buy or something like that. I know that when I watch a Guillermo del Toro movie, I always love it, but something feels hollow.
Okay.
And it's something different with every movie, and I can't always put my finger on it. I think the movie, strangely enough, that makes me feel the least like that is Pacific Rim.
Okay, yeah.
Because I've been telling people lately that my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie is Crimson Peak, which I absolutely adore. I love Crimson Peak. Yeah. But I keep forgetting that he directed Pacific Rim, and I love Pacific Rim, buddy.
See, and I'm a Pan's Labyrinth guy. So when we talk favorites, that's my go-to for Guillermo.
Awesome. I need to rewatch that. So that is on my short list. All this said, what this movie has ignited in me is a love for everything else that Guillermo does in his movies.
Yeah.
Because I love the look of everything he does. I love the costuming that he does. I love his sets. And I do love the stories he tells.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, I agree.
I think he is, despite my one tiny little quibble, I think he is one of the greatest filmmakers alive today.
I won't argue with that.
Thank you for not arguing with that.
I agree.
After I saw this movie, I went on barnesandnoble.com, the website. That's the website, by the way.
On the internet?
On internet.com, yes.
Internet.com. Yeah.
Yeah, you introduced me to that thing.
I did. Yeah, a lot of stuff on there.
Well, a lot of stuff. And at this moment that we're speaking to each other, Barnes & Noble is having a Criterion half-off sale.
Ooh, that's cool.
So, I went and I ordered The Shape of Water, and Pinocchio.
I still have not watched Pinocchio. It has been on my list forever. As you know, I love stop motion.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited. So I still have not watched it, but boy, it's been on my list for long enough that I need to just watch it.
I could be wrong, but I feel like I watched it during our podcast time, like after we started this podcast, and I feel like I told you that I watched it and that I liked it, but it felt a little long to me.
That sounds familiar. That sounds right. Yeah.
However, I want to see it again because there is a documentary, a 45-minute making of on Netflix called Frankenstein, The Anatomy Lesson, I think it's called. And in this thing, he talks about how Frankenstein and Pinocchio were basically his Bibles growing up.
Nice. That's cool.
I mean, a lot of people have seen the picture of his room in Bleak House with the huge model of Frankenstein's head from the 1931 movie.
Yep.
So, yeah, you could tell this movie is pretty much his masterpiece. Even though I may like one movie more,
right?
Just because I'm a big Godzilla fan and I love kaijus and big robots.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm a sucker, dude. I think this movie is his masterpiece for sure.
I would agree. I absolutely would.
I liked it more the second time than the first time.
Okay. Good. Okay.
But first, what'd you think of the acting?
Top notch, man. Everybody in this, I think, was perfect. I will say, it was funny because I watched this with Cindy, with my wife, and she was like, I don't see like Jacob Elordi at all. I don't see him. And I was like, I'm right there with you. Did
you say you should open your eyes?
I did. Yeah, I know. I was like, why are you watching with your eyes closed? That's a weird way to watch a movie. But, I love her.
But no, I jokes aside, I totally agree and understand that.
Yeah, he just, even with the makeup, it's hard to tell it's him. You can see it's him, but he just does such a good job that you're like, his walk, his everything, his mannerism. I was very impressed with Jacob Elordi. I think he's a good actor anyway, but seeing him as this, he just brought it up to a new level. He did a great job.
In the bonus, the making of thing, he talks about learning to move different parts of his body in different directions at one time and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And there's this moment that he does this contortion. Not in the movie. No, not in the movie.
I was thinking
in the documentary.
Oh, okay.
He does this thing with his back while you hear one of the filmmakers, one of the producers or something talking about how incredible he was. And I've never seen Jacob move like that. I've seen Jacob in Euphoria and Saltburn.
Right, yeah.
Those are the things I've seen him in. But in this, he was completely different. I knew he was tall. I didn't know he was 6'4".
I didn't either. I didn't until I saw Red Carpet with he and Oscar, and I went, oh, wow, he really is that tall.
Yeah.
He's a tall guy.
Jacob is huge, and he's a very beautiful man.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I've not seen Euphoria, but I have seen Saltburn. And even watching that, I was like, this is a good-looking kid. Like, he's a very handsome young man. Like,
you know what? You should actually watch Euphoria because his character on Euphoria is arguably one of the most despicable characters on the show.
Oh, no.
He's not. I wouldn't say he's the worst character. Not, and I mean worst as in terms of like evilness or somebody you don't root for.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But he's amazing in that show, and you hate him.
That's crazy.
So you should watch that because I never thought that he would be this guy that I see on an interview talking about his dogs and how much he loves his dogs and everything.
Oh, what a
he
sweetheart.
seems like a good guy. I'm so happy for him, man.
Me too. The things I've seen him, I agree. I watched him on Hot Ones, and I was like, this guy's the great. I love his accent. I mean, he's a cool. I love this guy. I'll just say that.
And do you know who was going to play the creature before him?
Oh, I don't know that.
Andrew Garfield.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. But moving on, everybody else was so freaking good. Oscar Isaac, obviously.
Obviously. He's always good. There hasn't been a time I've watched him and been like, meh, he's just great.
You know what, though? He's kind of got the same thing going that Jacob Elordi has. Because the first time I saw Oscar Isaac, he played the most evil, awful person. And that was in the movie Sucker Punch. Did you ever see Sucker Punch?
I never did. That's the Zack Snyder one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did see that one.
Oscar Isaac, that was the first time I ever really noticed him. He might have been in something before, but that was when I noticed him.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated his character. You're not supposed to like him.
Okay, sure.
And then he turns into like this amazing actor who he's played good guys and bad guys, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love, like, obviously, it's not the metaphor and the message in this movie is not something that you have to dig too deep into, you know? The fact that Victor Frankenstein is the real monster.
Right.
In fact, when I was taking my notes, I actually had a hard time calling Jacob's character the creature because I didn't see him as a creature.
I'm right there with you. I thought the same thing. I was even thinking, because I thought if I do the 3-minute recap, I want to preface it by saying I'm going to call the creature during this 3-minute recap, but I don't see him that way. That was my preface, but I didn't get to.
See, I'm not as good a person as you, so.
But he's not, I mean, what's interesting though is in the book, he wasn't as kind. I will say that. He was not as kind in the book.
Yeah, but he also wasn't unkind. He was a gentle monster, but he didn't know his own strength, if I remember right.
True. However, he does get revenge on Victor by killing Victor's friends when he doesn't get what he wants as revenge.
Yeah, but that's like Tuesday for me.
That's true. You're right. The kindest guy I know. Yeah.
Mia Goth, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, amazing.
Awesome. Always.
But honestly, I really liked her in this movie, and I liked her because of subtlety.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she was really subtle in her acting. I mean, she had her part to play, but everything felt real, you know?
Yeah.
Everything she was doing when she talked to Victor and when she talked to William or even the creature, you know? She was fantastic.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Of course, Christoph Waltz.
Yep.
Always amazing in everything he does.
Yep.
And I loved the cameos. There was a couple of nice cameos. Did you notice Ralph Ineson as one of the judges in the tribunal?
I did. Yeah, by his voice. Immediately,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there he is, Galactus himself.
Galactus himself. Thank you for saying it so I didn't have to.
You're welcome.
And then also Burn Gorman from Pacific Rim. He was the executioner.
Oh, I did. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I love that.
Did you also catch who young Victor Frankenstein was?
Yes, I did. And
Okay.
now you brought up a teeny tiny, eensy weensy little quibble that I had with him. But yeah, Christian Convery, we've talked about him twice on the podcast.
That's right.
What movies were those?
Well, I'm trying to remember the one. I mean, the monkey was the one I remember him from, but what was the...
And when we talked about the monkey, on our monkey episode, I talked about the other movie that he did.
I remember that, but I cannot remember what the movie was.
And I gave you a hint.
Oh, crap. What was it?
An animal with an addiction.
Oh, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember.
So my only little tiny eensy weensy quibble with Christian Convery was not about him. He did great. He was awesome.
Right.
But it was the fact that we know that kids grow up quick.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And suddenly it was years in the future. His brother was walking and talking. So he's like, his brother was probably like 5 at that point.
At least. Yeah. Yeah.
But yet young Victor looked exactly the same.
And it's true. And he's probably, I don't know how old he is, but I mean, I feel like he was probably like supposed to be 15, 14 when we first kind of introduced to him. I mean, 14 to 19 or 15 to 20 is a very big difference. I feel like kids change quite a bit. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Of course, Charles Dance as Leopold Frankenstein.
Yeah, always good.
Lars Mikkelsen as Captain Anderson.
Always. That was great.
Yeah, he was great. And I love the fact that he also went through his own growth by the end of the movie.
I did too. I liked that a lot.
But also the blind man.
Which I didn't realize who it was at the time until I looked up and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
David Bradley is so good. And
He's so good.
And I love that because I did not remember that from the book, but obviously the creature comes upon the blind man in the book, and the blind man teaches him things. In the book, the creature reads Paradise Lost.
That's right. Yes.
So when the blind man brought out Paradise Lost as the final book that he taught Frankenstein or had Frankenstein read to him, I like that little nod to the book.
That's cool.
But also, if you watch the old movies, the blind man stuff is all in The Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know. I didn't know that the old movies, that they're both, like, it's basically like part 1 of the book and then part 2 of the book, except
interesting
with some changes, obviously.
Right. I knew that in the book that he creates the bride, technically, but doesn't...
He destroys her because she's not perfect. Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, when they didn't do that, I didn't... It was after this that I kind of did my research, but I was like, oh, interesting. I'm fine with that for this movie. I'm good with that. I do want to say one thing about the blind man, though, because when we see him, my initial thought actually went to Young Frankenstein, where Gene Hackman played the blind man character.
Oh, no.
And so at first I was like, oh, funny. And then I was like, no, get back into this movie. Do not think of that movie right now. But that was my initial thought was, oh, Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What did you think? I mean, obviously, I don't even need to ask you about what you thought, but the colors in this movie,
yeah, dude,
were unbelievable.
Gosh. Everything in this was beautiful. Like, I mean, again, this is one of those movies we've talked about this where there's just so many shots where I go, that would be the most beautiful poster just sitting in our living room. Like, it's beautiful.
Allow me to text something to you right now.
Please do. For those that don't know, it's a shirtless picture of Scotty.
So the story behind this picture is last night when I was rewatching the movie with notes, I paused it when my food delivery arrived. And when I came back inside, I saw the shot that I had paused it on, and I was like, oh my God, even a random pause is an absolutely gorgeous shot in this movie.
That's beautiful. That would be, like, I want this on my background on my computer. That's so beautiful.
But that's the whole movie. The entire movie you could put as the background in your computer. You could pause it in so many different places. And so that's another, like, I don't know where to go. This is going to be a stream of consciousness thing because there's so many little things to talk about. But Guillermo's use of practical stuff, like that was a scale castle he built.
That's
and that he
crazy.
actually blew up. He blew up this scale castle so that it looked real.
That's insane. That is beautiful. That's crazy. I
Pretty
love
much
that.
everywhere that you see digital CG effects, that was a redundant statement, by the way. When you see CGI, it's practical effects that have just been augmented with CGI. And as we've mentioned, the most we see of that is the animals.
Right. Which, good. That works for me.
Yeah, it also
That's
works
fine.
for me. The wolves did look very digital. The sheep looked pretty real. Damn.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But also the stag looked very digital.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
The castle itself was such an amazing set.
Yeah.
What'd you
my
think about that?
I thought it was brilliant. Again, that gothic look, that style. When I first saw it, I really thought of Dracula, to be honest. I thought of like that Dracula's castle immediately.
Yes.
And I was like, this is gorgeous. Like, I just love that gothic look and feel. I love that it was messy on the inside. I loved that there was rain pouring down within these walls. Everything just felt kind of nitty gritty and still beautiful. Like it was just kind of like Frankenstein. It felt like it's a little bit broken but beautiful, and I loved it.
And we have the big, huge Medusa head face on the wall.
Yep.
Now that Guillermo del Toro has said that nothing in the movie is accidental. Everything has a meaning. If you see something, it has a meaning. And one thing I looked up and I read about was the myth of Medusa. And there's basically two different myths. There's the Greek story and then the Roman story. And so I might get some of this wrong, so forgive me, listeners, if I get it a little bit wrong. But basically, I think it's in the Roman story that Medusa is raped by, I think, Neptune. Some people said Poseidon, but that's the Greek mythology. So I think in the Roman mythology, Neptune rapes her. And in turn, it makes, I forget which god, angry, but the god doesn't get angry at Neptune. She changes Medusa and she turns her into a monster.
Oh, whoa.
And then, of course, she becomes this creature that, well, in Clash of the Titans, the only story I know, Perseus comes along and beheads her.
Right.
But it's one of these cases where the monster is not the true monster.
Right.
You know?
For sure.
The monster is abused and gets punished for it.
Yep.
So,
oh, man. Oof.
Yeah,
Oof,
it's
brutal.
It's heavy. It's heavy, but that's one of the things that I really appreciated in this movie.
Yeah. Wow.
Every character is very, like, they're not super, super deep, but they're deep enough that I really appreciated it, you know?
I would agree. Yeah, I think that's true, for sure.
One of the things that I noticed right off the bat, you know, because of course we have the message and the symbolism of Frankenstein becoming the abuser that his father was.
Right.
And you kind of hate to see it, but there's also this disconnect between Frankenstein and his creation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, I know this isn't on accident, but the first time I noticed it, and I haven't seen anybody talk about this moment, when Frankenstein is at the tribunal and he animates the partial corpse.
Yeah.
Near the end of that scene, when he's arguing with the judges or what have you, he just, without any emotion whatsoever, just pulls the pin and he watches the animated corpse die, basically.
Right.
No emotion. And I noticed that. I looked at that and I was like, that defines him.
Yeah.
It shows that he doesn't see, even though he's reanimating human beings, he's creating a new human being. He doesn't see it as a human being.
Right.
He sees it as a thing.
I would agree with you. Yes. Yeah.
It's not that deep, but it's still, that's what moved me the most in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, at the end of the movie, when he has so much regret and he sees the creature, which some people have also called him Adam.
Oh, yeah.
They say that's the name he gave himself. I don't know if that's from the book or not.
I don't know. I do know I think they mention in the movie something about that. I can't remember the exact
he reads
line.
from the Bible.
Okay, is that what it is? And then
Yeah. He talks about the first book he reads is the first book.
Right.
And,
okay.
And he reads about Adam and Eve, and he mentions Adam by name.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
But somebody said that was his chosen name. I don't know where that comes from. So it may come from the book, and I don't remember it, but...
I don't know. I like that, though. I think that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want him to have a name.
I know, and I just hate calling him the creature because he's not. He's a beautiful person.
He is. And he's so that's what I loved about him. And I will say this. I did watch this movie a little differently than I would have, 5 years ago. Because when I'm going to call him Adam now, when Adam is created, I love the moment where Victor and he are first bonding. And I was like, that's great. That's so beautiful. It's like this excitement in there. But then when he starts to abuse him, I genuinely sat there as a dad, as a father, and was like, "You SOB, like,
Yeah,
do not do that to your boy." Like, I was mad, and I sat there just really frustrated and angry with him because you just don't do it. But I loved the moment where we do see the kindness that he's finally given. I mean, we see it a little bit with Elizabeth, but the blind man where he pats his head, and I just was like, oh, this poor boy. Like, honestly, he's just, what a sweetheart, and he just wants kindness and love and a companion, and I loved him.
Yeah. Let's go back to Elizabeth, though, because somebody made the comment on socialmedia.com that when Victor shows him kindness at the very beginning, that's when he repeats Victor's name.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
And now Victor doesn't stop showing him kindness right away, but Victor gets frustrated with him. And as he gets frustrated, the creature doesn't say any other word except for Victor, which frustrates Victor even more.
Right.
But then the first person to show him kindness again is Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
And he says her name.
Oh, love it.
And then, yes, he says even more when he's in the mill. I loved how he was so gentle and kind to animals and creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Especially, like, I don't know, there was part of me not knowing how this movie was going to go that thought he's going to go in this mill and he's going to eat these mice because he needs food.
Right.
But he didn't. He was friendly with the mice. And I love how you see the mice just crawling on him and he's fine with it and he's okay. And then he's up on the roof reading and there's a mouse just chilling on his shoulder. I was just like, oh, I love that.
Me too. He's become a favorite character of mine. I just thought he was so wonderful and what a sweetheart. And just, I loved it. Again, props to Jacob Elordi. Well done. You played that beautifully, friend. Well done.
But then we get to the line, which I love. There's some really great moments of dialogue in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the one around that time is when he says, man doesn't hate the wolf, and the wolf doesn't hate the sheep, but it's this cycle of violence against each other, and he's just talking about that. And I loved all that. It wasn't my favorite line in the book yet, or in the movie, sorry. But we'll get to that. No,
okay,
we'll get to that.
Okay.
But I did love all that. Let's go back. Let's talk about Victor a little bit more.
Yeah. Yes, please.
At the beginning of the movie, I thought it was interesting how when Victor is in the captain's cabin, and he starts to tell the story, how does he word it? He words it in such an interesting way. He says, "Not everything I say is true."
Yes.
But it is all fact.
Yeah, I wondered that line too. I was like, or wondered about that line. I went, what does that mean?
I kind of got it though. So we're seeing the first half of the movie from his point of view.
Right.
And while everything feels like this is what happened, because I wondered about Elizabeth and Victor.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see them seemingly getting close together. Elizabeth seemingly flirting with Victor as he flirts with her.
Right.
But then I watched the movie a second time. And when it comes to that amazing scene where Elizabeth comes into his lab and he says the lines about what he believes. And I believe that you and I, blah, blah, blah. And she says, believing something does not make it true.
Yeah. Yes.
I realized we're seeing everything from Victor's point of view. So, of course, we're going to see what looks like Elizabeth flirting with him because that's how he saw it.
That's a good point.
Because Victor was so egotistical that he thought that she had the same connection. So that's how we see it. When in reality, she probably wasn't showing anything other than kindness and friendship.
Right.
Because that's the kind of person she was.
And that's like, oh man, and with his ego, wow, that's really interesting. I love that. Like, I love that we saw it from his perspective. That's brilliant. Oh man, I got goosebumps. That's really a fascinating way to show a movie, like through his perspective. I gotta think about this. That's really good.
But without hand feeding the audience too much by showing them Elizabeth's perspective.
Right.
And I've seen a movie recently, very recently, that does something similar to that, and I hated it. I hated it because I didn't hate it.
Leprechaun in
that's
space.
a strong word. Yeah, Leprechaun in space. There's not enough nuance in Leprechaun. No, it was The Last Duel, Ridley Scott's movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil too much. It's a good movie. It's a good movie, but it's a movie where you see the events of the movie from 3 different perspectives. It's a cool idea. Because you're seeing all the same events, but from somebody else's point of view.
Right.
But in the end of the movie, I didn't like it. There's one point of view that I thought the movie would have been fine showing and we would have gotten the same message. I didn't need to see the other 2 points of view.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I only bring that up because I really love the way Del Toro did this, and I was so thankful when it got to the creature's tail.
Yes.
That it just picked up where Victor's tail left off. And it didn't overlap. It didn't go backwards, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I almost wonder, I thought that too. I was like, I wonder if there was a moment that they cut out. They didn't, obviously, but of the creature going, now where did Victor leave off?
Yeah.
About what part were you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll take it from there. And
with that voice exactly.
Yeah. Just can you tell me?
What did Victor say?
Yeah, where was he? Okay.
Did he call me any bad names?
Did he tell you about when I called him Victor a bunch? Okay.
Here's a little thing. I'm gonna ruin a scene for you.
No. Okay.
Teeny tiny continuity error.
Oh no. Okay.
When Elizabeth is in Victor's lab and she says that line, believing something does not make it true, and she leaves, she picks up her hat on the way out, remember?
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
But then after she leaves the room, you see a shot of Victor coming, like walking to chase after her.
Yeah, I know.
Her hat is still on the table.
Oh, shoot.
I was like, look at that. The hat's there. It's a split second, but I saw it. I noticed it.
You did the Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
No, I felt bad doing that. I was just more like, ooh, I got you, Guillermo.
We need to write him a strongly worded email after this. Who do you think you are with your hat?
The very beginning of the movie. I'm going to jump to the beginning.
Yeah, man. Here's the way I'm looking at this episode. The monster himself was made of different parts, different things. So we're doing the same episode. We're doing the episode the same way. We're going all over the place. We're grabbing different parts. We're going to different parts. So I think it's fine.
And in the end, it'll all be one.
Oh, look at that. And I'll forgive you.
And then Cindy will come up to the microphone and she'll say, "You're the monster, Scotty." What?
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so the Arctic scene, 2 things I noticed right away. Number 1, oh man, the creatures roar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The analytical part of me is like, how does a human being make a sound like that?
Right.
But the person that loved the movie sat there and went, man, that sounds cool. Because here, in this little old apartment of mine with the subwoofer, there was bass every single time he roared. And it was so cool.
That's cool.
But also, now, the stuff with the ship, now that's adapted from the book.
Yeah. Yes.
However, it reminded me of a book called The Terror.
Oh, man, I feel like I know that book. I haven't read it, but that sounds very familiar.
It is a book by Dan Simmons.
Okay.
And I've read it, and it is literally about a ship that gets trapped in the ice in the Arctic.
Oof.
In the book, it's kind of a normal thing. This is what happens, and they have to live through it. It's tough on the sailors, but they have to live through it. But then a creature starts stalking the ship.
Oh, okay.
So right away, I wondered, well, first of all, now I wonder if The Terror was inspired by Frankenstein.
Right, yeah.
But I also wonder if Guillermo was at all inspired by The Terror when he made this part. I don't know. It just felt very The Terror-ish.
Interesting. Sounds cool, though.
But now let's jump to the creation of the creature. Oh, my God.
Oh, dude. Yes.
What a sequence, dude.
That was probably my favorite. One of my favorite parts for sure of this movie was creating. I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
I didn't catch it right away, but I loved the nod to the original movie when they were on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all the windmills in the background, the burned windmills.
Yep.
I thought that was so cool.
Good call. Yep.
Man, the shots of Victor just cutting into the corpses.
Yeah.
That was so gruesome.
It was, but it was so macabre, but it was very interesting to see. Like I knew it was not real, obviously, because it's a movie, but I just was so fascinated as well by what he was doing. And I loved there was that moment too where he like puts a bone in the flesh, like someone else's bone. I was like, whoa, I would never have thought of something like that.
He was replacing a kneecap.
Yeah, just wild stuff that I wouldn't have thought of, like even the bones. I just always thought of with Frankenstein, just cut off pieces and sewed them all together. But it was so interesting to see him go in depth and put every single piece together. I thought it was fascinating. I loved it.
In the behind the scenes, they talked about the creature design and why it looks the way it does with all the different patches of flesh.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were saying that the idea was that Victor this is his first creation, his first creature that he's creating, and he's trying to create the ultimate man.
Right.
And he's going to make mistakes. So he may get a muscle wrong or something. So he's got to cut into the leg or something. He's got to cut in and pull back the flesh so that he can replace the muscle and stuff like that. And then he's got to put the flesh back. So that's why you see like the flaps of skin that look like they've been pulled up and then put back and stuff like that.
Interesting. Oh, but I love that whole sequence. I love because it was kind of this humorous moment during a very gross part of the movie where we see them like going to these hangings and just kind of going like, all right, I like that one and that one. You know, it was like they're picking their pieces, and it's like very dark, but it's kind of got this like bubbly music as well, this humorous moment. Like it was just funny and interesting all at the same time.
We'll talk about the music in a second.
Yes, yeah.
But I got a question for you.
Okay.
So if the creature, if his scalp is made of different men's scalps and pieces of flesh.
Yes. Oh.
Wouldn't he have different textures of hair growing from the different pieces of scalp?
That's a good question, buddy. That's a good question.
That would have been funny if he
know.
had like long hair growing off one patch of scalp and then another scalp would be like this curly afro hair.
That would be amazing. Well, I've seen some videos, or I've seen like, I don't know, old documentaries or something where people that have had to like get face transplants or some sort of skin transplant, that the body itself can kind of replicate like the texture and the color of what it's attached to, which is wild, which is fascinating. So I'm going to leave it to that the hair also would do it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my cheat.
Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Question answered. I also appreciated the fact that as that montage, if you will, went on, the floor just got even more messy with body parts and blood and viscera, and then there were more flies flying around.
Yep, definitely.
It's simple, but it's just a little key detail that makes the scene better.
I completely agree. And it wasn't until I started seeing the flies that I went, oh my gosh, that would reek. That place would reek.
It would be horrible.
Oh, but I didn't even think about that because I was so focused on everything else. But it was right when I saw the fly, I went, oh, gross. It's going to stink.
So then there's the explosion part, which obviously it's a heartbreaking scene because Victor is destroying his creation because he's so jealous of it.
Right. Right.
He's jealous, he's angry at it, but he's also jealous that it's getting the attention from Elizabeth that Elizabeth won't give Victor.
Right. Right.
But I love the fact that when the creature is calling out to Victor after Victor leaves the castle, that Victor starts to realize. I think that's the first moment that he sees it as a person.
Yes, I agree.
And as maybe his son.
Yep.
But then when we have the Backdraft moment. Did you ever see Backdraft?
I did. I actually have seen Backdraft. Yeah.
Did that moment make you think of that movie at all?
For sure. I absolutely did. I absolutely did.
As soon as he went to open the doors, I was like, oh, Backdraft.
Yeah.
We know what happens. Scott Glenn taught me. And Kurt Russell.
Yes, they did.
It was Kurt Russell, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But man, I had to rewind and watch that scene twice.
Oh.
Because the way it mangles his leg is so gory.
Yeah. Yep. Both Cindy and I audibly went, oh, because it just was brutal. And that it lumped there after you see him sitting. It's just brutal, man. It's brutal. It's so bad.
I got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
In Frankenstein's tale, or the creature's tale, not Frankenstein's, but in the creature's tale,
yes.
After he escapes and they show him waking up on land.
Yes, yeah.
Did he remind you of the engineers in Prometheus?
Oh, man. I could see that. Yeah. I mean, that pale, big, kind of being. Yeah, I could see that for sure.
And it was more the color correction in that moment, the color palette of the way everything looked. It really reminded me of the beginning of the movie Prometheus.
Funny. That's
with
cool.
The engineer standing on the rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think the creature looks different enough that it didn't remind me of Prometheus throughout the entire movie, but just that one moment.
Yeah.
Big time. That's time. Funny. I mentioned this earlier. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you made a face when I mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
I guess this is another eensy tiny little quibble.
Okay.
But when the blind man dies, of course the family walks in at that exact moment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I had that same thought a little bit. I'm like,
This is a trope.
Yeah, it is.
But, okay, I just wish they had done it different because I did like the scene of the creature trying to walk away and they shoot him and then they shoot him in the throat and he almost kind of dies or whatever.
Right.
I did like that scene. I just wish it had come about a little bit different.
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't love moments like that where it's like, really? All right. And I mean, it's kind of the same. That happens a few times in this one a little bit where after Elizabeth is shot and Victor's like, he did it. And right after everyone comes in, they're like, oh, she's dead. And he's like, oh, monster did it. And you're like, oh, come on.
But that didn't really make a difference in the story, to be honest.
True. You're right.
Except that they tried to tackle the creature and then the creature threw William. Oh, man.
Oh, that was brutal too, dude. Oof.
His head hitting that corner. Damn.
But then he gets a great line. Oh, was that? Or unless, was that your favorite line?
No, that's not my favorite line. But yeah, he talks about always being afraid of Victor and
that he's the real monster.
You are the monster.
Yeah. It's
Great. No, my favorite lines, I can get to them now.
Okay.
Oh, man, the scene in the cave.
Oh, dude. Oh,
when Victor goes into the cave and the creature comes up to him. I wrote these lines down because they were so good.
Mm-hmm.
And they may be straight from the book. I don't know. I'm sorry, everybody. If somebody's out there going like, well, that's from the book, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, person that loves the book.
Let us know in the comments
let us know.
Yeah.
If I'm reciting lines and dialogue from the book, please let me know.
Yeah.
But anyway, he says, you gave me life unwanted. I give that back to you. You thought me a monster. I return the favor. And then he breaks his nose and oh my God.
Yeah. Oh. I really thought, I was like, is he ripping his nose off? Like, that was brutal.
No,
that
it was just breaking it. And
yeah.
honestly, I forgot about it. I watched this movie twice in the matter of like 2 days. I think I watched it on a Saturday and then a Monday night. And of everything in the movie, I forgot about that. So when it got to that shot again, that scene, I was just like, oh no, this. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's gnarly. Oh.
And then later, so come on. Okay. After he does the dynamite.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God. When he comes up to Victor and he beats him and then he says, now run. And oh my God, the look on his face.
Yes.
How about that line, Andrew?
Everything was awesome. I love that moment. I thought it was great. Well, I love that moment too because he says something else right before it too, where he's like, if this doesn't work, I will come at you even more, or something along those lines where you're like, oh gosh, like that's really scary.
If it doesn't work, I will come after you.
Yeah.
But then we have the moment in the captain's cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, how beautiful. But he says, what he says to Victor at the end, or no, what Victor says to him.
Yeah.
He says, and this is a quote, he says, say my name. My father gave me that name and it meant nothing. Now I ask you to give it back to me one last time. The way you said it at the beginning, when it meant the world to you.
It's beautiful.
Man, chills.
Yeah.
Chills. Because it harkens back to the scene with Elizabeth, where Victor is frustrated that all the creature says is Victor, and she says to him that name means the world. And it's just like, oh, God. Yeah. And then he goes, Victor, I forgive you. And then, so good.
It was a beautiful redemption story. Like, it really was. It was just this moment of, or not redemption, forgiveness, excuse me. It's a beautiful forgiveness story. And I loved that last moment.
After the sun sets and we see the creature standing there, I love the quote at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And thus the heart will break, yet brokenly live on, by Lord Byron.
Beautiful. I will say there's another line that Victor says at that moment that I really liked as well. And I didn't write it down, I'll butcher it, but where he says, he said, the creature is talking about how he can't die. This is the life he's going to live. And Victor says, then live that life, or however he says it, where he's like, you have this life, now live it. And it was like, oh, that's a great way to look at it, of you have a gift that not everyone has. Like, enjoy this. You can find some beauty in it. And I loved that. And seeing him at the end looking at the sun, I thought of that moment. I was like, this is a new chapter in his life. A good, beautiful chapter where he can continue and have a good life. So I liked it. I love that line.
Now, I'm not going to say the names of the other movies, but they mentioned in the making of documentary that this is, I think, the third movie where a character at the very end of the last shot of the movie is a character looking at the setting sun.
Oh, I can tell you one.
Well, don't, because it's a spoiler.
But yeah. True. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, this is the third time Guillermo's ended a movie in a similar fashion. So
funny. Okay.
One thing I did forget to mention, and we're talking about Victor and the creature, one of my favorite moments, one of my favorite acting moments with Jacob Elordi is when, and I hate the scene, but it's when Victor is beating the creature in the cellar, in the basement, with the staff or the cane or whatever he's got.
Right.
There's just this look of pain and hurt that Jacob puts on his face, like this, and it's just, oh man, it kills me. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart more than just a normal painful like grimace, because it's just, there's so much like betrayal in that look, like his father is beating him. His father has betrayed him.
The only person he's ever known and loved is beating him. Like, brutal.
The other scene I wanted to mention, because it's such a great scene, is the corpse that Victor has in his lab that's like curled up in a ball.
Yes.
And when he finally finds the right place to put the rod the way it animates is just so horrific.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That whole scene was great. Like, it was scary and creepy, but it was great.
I mean, the whole movie is Guillermo del Toro, but that scene in particular is very del Toro.
Yep. I remember seeing like a production image or something when they were making this, and it was of Victor, and that body was in the background. And I was like, oh boy, we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that, like, this is going to be a treat.
I didn't think about it too much. I just thought it looked cool. And then it hit me. Of course it's going to do something, but
Yeah.
I'm just looking at some of my little notes here. The coffins.
Yeah, those were wild. Like the ivory. Yeah.
But one thing I noticed is I think it's when Elizabeth meets the creature for the first time, when she pulls her veil away, her bonnet, the bonnet on her outfit looks like the cloth that's around the faces in the coffins.
Oh, interesting.
I thought that was very cool.
That is cool.
The other thing with her dresses is that it's hard to notice, but when you watch the making of, the costume designer is talking about how her dresses are all inspired by pieces of the set. Like there's a dress that resembles some of the stonework on the set.
Oh.
And other things that Guillermo is into. Like there's one of her dresses is a blue dress, and it was created using the motif of an X-ray.
Oh, interesting.
And then the other dress that I'm sure you might remember that has like kind of the misshapen circles on it and stuff.
Yeah.
That was inspired by beetles and moths.
Ah, clever. Okay.
So, and they used, I forget, they talked about it. You should watch it because it's fantastic. But they used techniques making that dress that they've never used before and stuff like that. It's so cool.
That is cool. That's really cool. That leads me to something I read with the Beatles, and I want to bring up one other thing. But
yeah.
So Elizabeth in the book was like engaged to Victor. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I guess there was them. But she wasn't fascinated with bugs. She was a little more, it sounds like, from what I've read, she was a little more one-dimensional in the book, maybe. But she says a line in the book that's something like, you're as silly as a bug, or as something like that. That's it. That's all that's mentioned. But I love that Guillermo del Toro, like, kind of maybe even took that one line and went, I'm going to make something out of that. I think that's fascinating. I think that's fun. And just I like it.
Well, I think it also comes from what Guillermo is into, you know?
True.
Like, I did love that too. I love that Elizabeth found so much beauty in the dead and in death and in insects and bugs.
Yep.
Yeah. So I love that.
Me too. Speaking of Elizabeth, so one thing I want to mention, since I didn't know that Mia played both Frankenstein's mother and Elizabeth, of course there's the moments of the two of them both dying in white with blood, this red from both. I'm like, oh man, that's wild.
And go look up a picture of the bride from The Bride of Frankenstein. Elizabeth is wearing the same arm wraps that the bride is wearing in the old movie.
Oh, funny. I know what she's wearing. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really awesome.
That's so cool.
Now, do you have any other little notes? Because I got one more thing to talk about.
Nope. I just looked and I think we covered what I had.
So, first of all, the cinematography and the score.
Yes.
So both are done by men that Guillermo uses quite a bit.
Okay.
The cinematography was done by Dan Laustsen, and Dan has done other Del Toro movies. I think he did The Shape of Water for sure, maybe Crimson Peak. But also, Alexandre Desplat is the composer of the score, and I absolutely loved this score.
This is one that I definitely enjoyed, buddy. Yes.
You even mentioned it.
I did
during the podcast. I was so proud of you.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, no, this one I was like, this was a beautiful score. I really enjoyed this one. Oh.
And that was very purposeful, what you mentioned earlier about how the score is kind of lighthearted during all this these scenes of gore and viscera and stuff like that, they purposely had this like waltz-like score playing that's like, you want to dance,
Right.
I'm kind of like Guillermo now. I want to go back and watch more of his movies again and just rewatch them with a different eye. Because I think after watching Frankenstein twice, I feel like a lot of Del Toro's movies will benefit from a second viewing.
Okay, yeah.
At least for me.
Sure.
But I'm starting to feel the same thing about Alexandre Desplat because he hasn't always impressed me. He's a great composer. He composes amazing music. He's done a lot of Guillermo's movies. He's also done a lot of Wes Anderson's movies.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he just did Jurassic Park Rebirth or Jurassic World Rebirth, the last Jurassic movie. So
right on.
And he's done a few Harry Potter movies. He's done a lot of stuff.
Oh,
yeah, he did the last
interesting.
2 for sure. The last 2. Maybe the
Okay.
last 3. But I like his music. He doesn't always write themes that are recognizable that I hear later and I'm like, oh, that's the theme to that,
Right.
Except he did in this movie. There is a specific creature theme that he uses, and you hear it especially in the second half of the movie during Frankenstein's, the creature was named Frankenstein. No, during the creature's tale.
Okay.
I hear this theme that come in and out. So
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Oh.
Are you ready for 3 questions, my friend?
Let's do this.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Question number 1. What did you think was the best kill or death in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein?
I mean, I think the most sentimental and meaningful was Victor's death at the end. I think there was just that beautiful moment, as we talked about. However, if we're talking special effects, there's a moment that I wrote down where the 3 hunters come back after the blind man dies, and the creature grabs the guy by the chin and just rips it off. Like his whole jaw just rips off. And I went, oh my gosh, that is horrifying. So that was pretty great. But again, Victor's means a lot more. What about you?
I love it when you and I pick different deaths.
Me too.
My favorite, the one I wrote down, is Harlander.
Oh.
Because he falls through that hole and he lands face first or head first on the ground. Not head first. He falls on the ground, whatever.
Yeah.
But when they pick him up, like the back of his head is just gone.
Yes. Yep.
And it's like, oh, that's what that would look like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I just thought that was so gruesome and disgusting and gory that I was just like, wow, I did not expect it to look like that.
That's a good one. You're right.
However, I have an honorable mention.
Ooh, yes, please.
At the very beginning of the movie, when the creature is making its way through the sailors and they're attacking it and it's killing the sailors.
Yes.
There's this one guy that the creature just goes up and just smacks him really hard, and the guy just bends over backwards and dies. I was just like, whoa.
Yep,
So I
know.
definitely wrote that one down because that was just amazing and fast.
I know
So,
exactly the part. Yep. Because that was another moment where we both were like, oh no.
Question number 2. Did you think this movie was scary?
I didn't think this movie was scary. I thought this movie was more kind of beautiful. I mean, there's frightening moments. I would say if people don't like body horror, there's a bit of it in this. That one. But for me, definitely not. I know the story of Frankenstein. I kind of know it, but there was nothing that made me scared. What about you?
Yeah. I feel the exact same way.
Nice.
Question number 3. Did you have fun with horror?
I did. I really did enjoy this movie a lot. I thought it was beautiful. It's one that I feel like, not even feel like, it's one that I definitely will be watching again. And it could even be like a fall movie. It feels like almost like a fall movie to me. So it's one that I could almost do every autumn. I'd be fine
Fall
with that.
and winter.
And winter, yes, for sure. But I could see it being an annual watch. So yes, definitely. What about you, my friend?
I did. I liked how this movie sat with me after I watched it. Like, immediately, it was a beautiful movie, and it was a gorgeous movie. I'll admit it, the first time I saw it, it was in the middle of a Saturday afternoon, and I was pretty tired. I might feel that this movie is a little long.
All right.
It's a 2.5-hour movie. At times, I feel like it's a little long. However, it's not the type of movie where I can definitely spot places that I'm like, we don't need this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I do love every scene, and I think every scene is great. But yeah, 4.5 stars out of 5.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's not my favorite horror movie of the year, but it's up there.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And then the creature said, "You can call me Frankenstein."
Why is he chained here?
For his own safety and for mine. It's easier to clean and maintain it, and it doesn't know any better.
Should you?
My friend, I surprised you when I picked this movie, but I have a feeling that what you're gonna pick may surprise me as well. So I'm so curious what you've got, buddy. What are we watching for our next movie?
Well, Andrew, when you chose Frankenstein, you chose our next movie too. This is one that I have wanted to watch for a while, or rewatch, because I've seen it once.
Mm-hmm.
But our next movie is Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that.
Oh, it was, even when I was just talking, you looked like you knew what I was about to say.
No, I wasn't sure, but I just because I had about 3 movies that I thought you might pick. And you had mentioned one before we recorded that it wasn't going to be a certain one, but I was like, it's got to be one of the other 2, but this was not one of those 2. I'm excited. I have not seen this yet. It's been on my list for a while. Very good. I'm excited.
After you picked Frankenstein, as you were just saying, there was a few movies in my head that I have been planning on us talking about on the podcast. But when you picked it, it hit me. I was like, you know what? I've been putting off Nosferatu for so long.
Yeah.
I saw it once in the theater, and the theater had a messed up movie screen with or projector where there was like a kind of a red glow in the middle of the screen. It didn't ruin the movie completely, but I've been wanting to rewatch it here at home on my TV. I even bought it a while back, and I still haven't rewatched it.
Nice.
And maybe inside I was waiting for a day like this.
This is great.
But just like Frankenstein, Nosferatu is a great winter movie. So if it's snowing there, is it snowing there yet?
Not yet, but it's definitely getting cold. So
you will, this movie will set a mood for you.
Yes. Oh,
now,
awesome.
I'm going to tell you very generally what I thought of it before, just to prepare you a little bit.
Okay.
It is a 2-hour-long movie.
Okay.
And the first time I saw it, I did feel like it was slightly long.
Okay.
However, I've been looking forward to rewatching it because I have a feeling I won't feel that on a second viewing.
Interesting. Okay. That's good to know, though. I appreciate that. Okay.
And don't forget that Bill Skarsgård plays Count Orlok.
Oh, I know. I love me some Bill Skarsgård, baby.
Well, good. I can't wait to talk about this movie with you.
Oh, I'm excited, man. You definitely surprised me, and this has been on my list for a while now, so I'm very, very excited for this.
Like I said, thank you. You picked this movie.
I have a feeling this is gonna be this is a fun double feature, man. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah. That's it. All right, buddy. Well, we made it. We survived.
Barely, but yeah, we did it.
We survived our own creation, which is this podcast, buddy.
Yeah, the Fun with Horror podcast.
It's alive.
It's alive.
Real quick, I'm going to throw this out since it's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
As I've mentioned, I play the podcast when I leave for work. I play it for the cats to keep them company for a couple of hours after I leave.
Yes.
And sometimes I put it on, I come home and it's playing. And that happened this morning, I think it was. I put it on and I press play, and it was on one of our very first episodes. our Pumpkinhead episode.
Yeah.
And at that time, we didn't have our regular 3 questions.
Oh, funny. Yeah.
But there's a very cute moment where you and I are talking about what our favorite kill in the movie was. Even though we weren't doing it as an official 3 questions answer, I was just like, oh, listen to us, little young whippersnappers.
That's cute. That's really cool. Aww.
Yeah, so I loved it.
Oh, we're adorable.
We are, but you know who is just as adorable, if not more?
Oh, who's that?
All of our listeners.
They sure are. My goodness.
You're all adorable.
You are adorable. Gosh.
You're cute. You're snuggly. You're adorable. Listeners, we love you.
We do love you.
Thank you so much for listening and joining us on this journey through fun with horror. Fun with horror.
You don't understand. Fun.
Andrew,
Scotty,
I love you.
I love you.
You're so much better at that than me. Thank you.
No.
No, you're so much.
No.
You're better than me.
I don't know
Come
about
on,
that.
You got to admit that you're a better Christopher Walken than I am.
I thought yours was really good, so I don't think...
It was not as good as yours.
I don't know about that.
There's a sword in my paw again.
I honestly can't remember what the next thing is said.
No, I just made that up.
Oh, I was like, I don't know what that's from, so I don't know. Sorry.
My desk. It's just sitting here.
It's right there.
See, you're so much better.
It's a lot of fun, to talk like Christoph Walken.
You want to hear something totally unrelated?
Absolutely, I do.
Warriors, come out and play.
You need to have 3 bottles on your fingers, buddy.
That's true. Well, maybe I do, and they can't see it.
Oh, he does.
Buddy, you sleep good tonight, okay?
You too, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wait.
Oh, yes?
I love you.
Andrew, I love you.
Thanks, buddy.
And everybody out there, we love you.
We love you.
Goodbye and so long.
Goodbye. I was like, we didn't say I love you.
You should not go near it.
It.
Yes. I believe there is life in it, but not the spark of intelligence that I had intended.
Perhaps not as you understand it.
Something went wrong. A blockage, a suture, a connection.
You, the great Victor Frankenstein, you made a mistake.
The creature knows but one word and one word alone. Victor. Just parrots it without rhyme or reason.
Perhaps for the time being, that word means everything to him.